Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome to Indie Game Friday, where I take a look at independent role-playing games. This week we're actually going to cover a demo of a game that I found on itch.io, but which apparently got a full Steam release. Just a Cleric. As I reviewed the demo rather than the full version, be advised that the full version likely has some features and more content than what I've taken a look at. Just a Cleric is yet another pixel graphics, retro-action RPG light, this time with the 2D side-scrolling platforming gaming and an underlying equipment and leveling system that gives it some RPG elements. I admit I did not have high hopes going into this, but it actually turned out quite amusing, for a variety of reasons. Whether it's amusing enough to pay the full entry price can likely be settled by the demo, to which I'll put a link in the description below. The basic storyline of the game is that you, a cleric, are feeling useless due to your party's efficiency in killing off everything in their way. While heading back to town between adventures, you head off into the trees to answer nature's call when suddenly a dragon swoops down and obliterates your party in the most thorough way imaginable. Upon discovering this, you vow to take revenge on the dragon, which undoubtedly will take a lot of work as you build up your skills and equipment to pursue your goal. Immediately, you're confronted with a choice of which of your crispy companions to loot, which gives you your initial gear, as well as minor bonuses depending on which one you pick. You then head to town to begin your journey. In town, you can visit the pub, where you can save your game and get quests, the shop, where you can buy and sell equipment and supplies, the smith, where you can upgrade gear, the church, where you can bless gear, and the wizard, who can sell enchanted gear and items. There's a well which leads down to the adventure areas. At least, that's the way it was in the demo. I'm not sure if this is expanded upon in the main Steam release, but even such a simple setup provides basically everything you need. The game has both keyboard and controller support, and I very much recommend the controller. You have a basic setup of movement, attack, jump, spellcasting, and opening the inventory menu. When you level up, the inventory menu also serves as the level up screen, allowing you to distribute points between your 4 basic abilities. Aside from your basic ability scores, your character has health, experience, faith, and money. Most are self-explanatory, with health being what keeps you alive, experience accruing to the next level, money being used for shops, but faith is used to cast what prayers you have, since you are indeed a cleric. As you level up, you gain access to more prayers, and you'll soon find that they're incredibly useful for survival. Your gear should also be kept up to date, since you start with the bare minimum necessary to survive in the world. You can either purchase or upgrade gear in town, receive it as rewards from certain quests, or discover it during your adventures. Although you are limited to simply playing a cleric, the combination of selecting gear, adjusting your ability scores, and upgrading what gear you do have can make for very different styles of play over time. If you focus more on melee abilities and weapons, for instance, you can play your cleric as if he was a fighter, while focusing on prayer can result in a more magic-oriented playthrough. Combat was a little clunky for me, even for a 2D side-scroller, but nothing that couldn't be adjusted around. It may have to do with the weapons I decided to use, as each one has its own attack animation, and some seem much faster than others. On the one hand, I feel like I took more hits than I should have, but on the other, it didn't exactly take twitch reflexes to do this, so I found that helpful. Overall, I'd say that the combat was passable. The graphics are typical cute pixel graphics, but are well animated and suitable for the look and feel of the game. There's a lot of interesting little touches that make it feel polished despite the relatively low resolution. Where the game really stands out, however, is in the writing, humor, and music. The writing is great. The quests are downright funny sometimes, and it does take the usual 4 heroes trope and turn it on its head. I know, pixel games like this usually do try to be funny, but this one actually manages to get the job right. I think this is actually helped out by the music. Rather than the usual chiptunes you'd expect from a retro-styled RPG, it's all done with an actual band with lyrics, which, while not the best performance overall, does lend a certain charm to the game. The lyrics for each screen, boss, or section are amusingly straightforward, and the tunes are kind of catchy sometimes, if a little bit grungy. Overall, the garage band style of the soundtrack, which is separately available for a modest price, lends to the overall feel of a kind of not altogether heroic hero just trying his best to put on a brave face in the face of danger. I have to say that I was pleasantly surprised with the demo. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up the Steam release immediately, but I will definitely add it to my watch list for when budget or sales allow. I'll put links to the demo and the Steam page in the description below in case you want to check it out. For now, this has been the RPG Crawler with Indie Game Friday, Just a Cleric. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you have feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.